Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to This Week in Dioramas. And yes, I will answer your question right now. I'm wearing the hat solely because I have not done my hair. So, no judging. Got it? No judging. I'm wearing the hat just to cover that up. Anyway, we've got an awesome showcase lined up for you. We're on episode 8. We've had some pretty amazing consistency lately. I haven't missed any weeks yet. That's awesome. Speaking of consistency, get yourself a nicely consisted cup of coffee. That made no sense. Anyway, fill up a cup of coffee, a cup of bourbon, a cup of beer. I don't care what you're drinking, as long as you are comfortable and you are ready for 15 absolutely amazing looking dioramas. That's exactly what we're here for. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the showcase. All right, settle down now. Can everybody hear me? In the back? All right, we're good. Let's go. Get your cup of coffee. We're not waiting around. We're getting started. First off with Sergeant Bananas. So this is a collaboration effort. The diorama is from 78 Points of Articulation. We've showcased his work a couple of times, actually quite a bit. And then the buildings are by iPop Designs. I've never heard of them. I haven't seen them. I did look at their profile earlier. They got like 5,000 followers. I don't know how you haven't been on my radar, but I'm gonna be going through that profile to check out what all they've got. So the building that he's talking about is back there. The diorama is right up here. This just looks so good. Now, if you're not familiar with Sergeant Bananas, familiarize yourself. He does amazing photography, and you guys know, if you've been watching my show for any amount of time, I love action figure photography. I love photography just in general. Unfortunately, I don't get out and do near as much as I should, but such is life. So we've got the Mezco, Commissioner Gordon here, and I'm pretty sure that this is the Mezco bat signal. I've never seen it this close and this clear. Does it really have these, like, it almost looks like batteries in the light there? It looks cool. I really like it. The diorama is awesome. So it's not so much a showcase of a diorama, but a showcase of skill to be able to put together an awesome looking picture. And the fact that it looks like you're using some sort of haze for atmosphere looks so cool. The lighting is absolutely perfect. But you guys can see, this is what you can do with dioramas to create some amazing art. I mean, the dioramas itself are art. By all means, it is for sure art. But then you can take and make it even more by creating these amazing pictures. So here's a wide shot so you can see the setup a little bit. We got a little spotlight up here, which is getting us a little bit of extra backlight on Commissioner Gordon. And it just looks so cool. Here's the building. We got the big water tower. This just looks so absolutely amazing. We get a better shot with the diorama. We're already familiar with 78 Points of Articulation. His work is so good. So awesome job to all three of you to put together all of the work that came into this absolutely amazing looking shot. This next one is coming from Our Lil Creations. It's 1/50th scale. And this is absolutely so cool. So the work here is always so good. I'm always so impressed with the quality, the detail. I mean, just look at these little plants. And then the windows, everything in here, all the little props, I'm pretty confident are handmade for the most part. It's just so cool. Look at the texture. I love the texture of the wall. The paint looks so good. Everything is so clean. It's just so much fun. Now, we're used to a lot of action figure dioramas and whatnot. This, while, if you had a 1/50th scale action figure, would be perfect for action figures. I could see this being an actual miniature for a film set where they need to, sorry to say, they may need to blow it up, flood it, whatever. And they oftentimes will do miniatures for that. This work, your work, is so detailed and so good that I bet you they could use that. Look at this. This little grill is absolutely stunning looking. It's so realistic looking. I mean, good Lord, this is a reference picture, obviously, but it's not that far off from the original. I mean, just a couple of little logos that aren't there is all. And I mean, this is just so good. So awesome job. Next, coming from Figures and Photography. Again, good to have you back. Mini scrap foam project complete. It's small. It's got a lot of character, a lot of really nice paint detail in here. I mean, just the paint alone on the stone just looks awesome. The door, so crisp, so clean, and so nice looking. I love the little cross pieces and the little bolts that you've got in there. The door handle looks amazing. Everything just looks awesome. And look at the detail on this step here with all the little debris and moss and what have you. Just looks so good. I can't say much more. It just is a really solid looking piece. Great paint, great sculpt. Awesome job. Next, coming from Andy Gale 100. I don't think we've showcased you before, so welcome to the show. Let's see, I'm a huge fan of movie miniatures and models. Me too. So here's my diorama of a spaceship corridor inspired by the likes of Alien, Aliens, Outland, etc. All right, built-in LED lighting. Thanks for checking it out, Andy. This looks awesome. I love the fact that it's kind of like you're peering in to this scene, and I love it. If you had a little probe camera, I don't know, for those of you familiar with photography, you'll know what I'm talking about. Those probe cameras that basically it's just a long cylinder and you can slide it into really cramped spaces and you get some really cool action shots. This is one that you could get a really cool action shot with. I love the front here, the front facade. There's a lot going on with the different details that you've got on here, and the paint apps are really nicely done. I love the weathering. You've got kind of almost like not a smearing, but like a staining of paint, which is awesome. And then we see inside here and it changes completely. We've got bluish light, but still a lot of great detail goes into this. And look at this. This is so cool. I love it. Looks like you maybe used almost like Legos or something, but God, there's so many little details, and I see what you did. You used circuit boards, like computer boards, because I can see the little, oh, what is that? Is that a transistor or a capacitor? Or I can't. Somebody's gonna be like, it's a flux capacitor. That's what it is. You idiot! Can't believe you didn't get that right. Sorry, I haven't cracked open a computer in ages. Anyway, I just love all the detail. I love the fact that you've got the lights coming through the grate here. The paint looks really cool. It's a kind of got a black with a little bit of an orangish look. Really does work very, very well, and I'm really digging on it. It's very creative. Let's see if there's any other. Look at this. This is so cool. We got some nice red light on here. Dang, awesome job. Welcome to the show. Great job. This next one is coming from, what are we going to say? 8Diobes, Atsiakama. You changed your name thing on the Instagram, on the gram. Let's see, The Fallen Jedi. I knew I recognized this, but I did not recognize the name. Okay, so The Fallen Jedi, mini diorama from Rogue One, Part 1. You know, I want to say, of the newer Star Wars movies, Rogue One is probably my favorite. And unfortunately, that's not saying much because I don't really care for the rest of them. But that one really is good. They did a great job of filling in some of the gaps from episode 4 that we didn't get. That it just, I thought it was really well done. You guys might disagree. Let me know in the comments if you disagree or if you do agree. I just like this piece. It's simple to a degree, but it also has a lot of really nice skill put into it. The sculpt work, the stone really does look very natural, especially at such a small scale. I'm guessing this is, I don't know, maybe 1/64th seems a little big even. It might be 1/100th something. To get the stone to actually look like real stone and the paint then to accent those pieces just right, to get it looking realistic, you nail it every single time. It looks so good. It's so tiny. This little, what is it? It's like I'm going to get that wrong. And people are going to be like, I can't believe you don't know that either. Yeah, there's a lot of things I don't know. I can remember how to write some code, but I can't remember basic facts about things from pop culture. That's me. Anyway, back to the Dio. This just looks so good. I love the back stone ridge here. It just looks so incredibly good. It looks so realistic. If you were to take this outside and take a shot kind of at ground level, I bet you people wouldn't even be able to tell that this is a diorama. It's got that much detail. So awesome job. Next, coming from our friend Rhino Dioramas. Check him out, rhinodioramas.com. Hit him up on Instagram. He does a lot of 3D prints. He does a lot of dioramas. So if you are in the need, if you are in the need, did that make sense? I don't know if it made sense. If you are in need of 3D prints or diorama stuff and you don't want to have to make it, you don't want to buy a 3D printer yourself, hit them up. But let's get into the diorama. This is an absolutely cool looking piece. It is Bilbo's front entrance from, as we know, The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings. And I'm always a sucker for different versions of Lord of the Rings pieces. I love the movies. I didn't care for the Amazon series, but I still had to watch it because I love everything Tolkien and everything he stood for. And so it's so fun to see a piece like this. It's so cleanly done. His work is always so clean. Yeah, it's just... I'm really impressed with everything that you got. The green for this door really nailed it. I love the color that you chose for it. It fits perfectly. It's just a really well done piece. Let's cycle through, see a couple more angles. What more could you ask for other than maybe the actual action figures to go along with it? And you know what? I bet you he's just waiting for you to buy it and put the figures with it. Great job. Next, coming from the Diorama Project. Let's see, there's not any other details, but it's kind of self-explanatory. We can kind of figure it out from here. We've got a wall, we've got a ground, we've got Spider-Punk, and it looks awesome. I love it. Let's go through a few of the elements. Number one, the brickwork. I love the fact that you pushed in some of the bricks. That gives it a little bit of extra depth, a little bit of character. Love it. I also love the fact that, you know, it's a narrow piece. It's not necessarily showing us a huge display or a huge part of the building, but it's giving us enough story with the signs or the little we'll call them signs because of posters. That's the word I was going for. Gives us a little bit of story of what is here. This could be an alleyway. It most likely is an alleyway. There's a bunch of debris and other props that look absolutely amazing with this piece. The garbage can looks awesome. I love the paint that you did on there. And then down at the bottom here, you can see there's an impact crater of sorts. And that just looks awesome too. Then you throw in the little yellow caution paint, did a really nice job with that. And the little electrical conduit and box also looks awesome. But did you miss it? We've got a little accent piece here. The only thing I might have done differently with this, and you can go either way because it could be any way. Maybe make this the same color as this. Now, maybe if you did that, maybe you did try that, and maybe you thought, oh, that looks terrible. That's why I'm going to match the color. Either way, it looks awesome. I feel like you miss it a little bit, but that could also be the look you were going for, and I love it. Either way, just thought, give it a try with something different, but I'll stop talking now anyway. Great job. You really did a good job. I don't think that maybe we have showcased you. I'm going to go out on a limb that maybe we have showcased your work, but if we haven't, welcome to the show. Great job. This next one is coming from Styrosmith Dio Arts Sorcerer Sorcerer Castel, first floor work in progress. Here's an artist that if you're not familiar with his work, oh my gosh, where the hell have you been? His work is absolutely stunning all the time. The sculpt work is so detailed and so just well executed. This little like room hallway is chock full of detail. It's a work in progress. I'm not sure if we're getting more paint detail or if we're staying with this kind of monochromatic look. All I know is that whatever you choose, it's going to be absolutely stunning looking. I'm already very, very impressed with how this turned out. Look at this. We've got this timber like shelving unit underneath the stairs. That looks awesome. We've got this little pedestal piece. You can see it's hand sculpted. I am so ready for when this is going to be done because it looks so good. And now look at this. This is just absolutely incredible looking. It's some sort of hallway, stairway to, I don't know, a dungeon or whatever. And this little glass that you put in here with the light, the green light, gives it such a spooky feel. I am digging on that. And then this little, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like a column of skulls or something. That also looks just absolutely amazing. I'm really excited to see what this looks like when it's complete. So please, please, please don't forget to tag hashtag thisweekindioramas when you have completed it. All right, before we get into the next one, I need to take just a moment to stretch. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Since November, I've been hitting the gym a lot more, and on Monday, I apparently overdid it a little bit and hurt my shoulder and my hip. What am I, like 80? I feel like I'm gonna need a new hip or something at some point. Jeez, oh, it hurts. So now every day I'm waking up, I'm in pain. And then I put some of that BioFreeze stuff on, and now I'm getting that freaking hot and cold. Anyway, you guys don't care. You don't have to care about that. Let's care about this next diorama coming from Haddonfield 1967. It's a 1/24th scale 1966 Batcave diorama, scratch built with foam, spackle. I almost thought it said sprinkle. I mean, heck, we could use sprinkles too, but spackle and 3D printed items. Let's first, geez, I've got a bit of a ringing going on here. Okay, I got to deal with that ringing. Give me just a sec. All right, well, I put up a couple of blankets, but I really don't think that's going to do any good. My walls don't have enough stuff on them. Anyway, let's try and get into this diorama. I first want to talk about the stonework because this really looks very, very nice. I love the sculpt. It looks very natural, looks a lot like rocks. And then the paint apps that you did on here also just really bring it above and beyond because it just looks so natural, so realistic. Then we throw in all of the 3D prints and the other aspects that you've got in here, and it just looks so incredible. I love these kind of column like support posts that you've got. I'm wondering if they're actual metal. If they're not real metal, oh, great job on the paint. It just, and my guess is if they are metal, then you did put a little bit of weathering on them. It just all looks so good. I love it. Golly, you really did a great job with this. It just looks so awesome. So here's work in progress. Okay, so look at that. We've got the wooden dowels. Dang, dude, you did an awesome job on this. I love the fact that you even topped it off with a little bit of, oh, look at that. There's Jason poking in. He's like, what's going on? Can I take a look? I just am really digging on this piece. You did a great job with it all throughout. Everything just looks awesome. God dang, dude, this is awesome. Look at, oh, we got little lights. That is so good. The signs, everything just comes together to look absolutely incredible on this piece. God dang, you really nailed it. Awesome job. Next, coming from, let's see, how do we say this? Camilo Suarez. So I don't know that we have showcased you before, so welcome to the show. My latest piece. I'm not entirely certain what this is. It looks like some sort of tower of some sort, and there's a lot of detail. I love the little kind of display glass that you've got on there. It looks really cool. Let's get to the next picture. We can see more of the details here. So it looks like we've got some really nasty looking water. Maybe it's, I don't know if they're fishing for something. It almost looks like that could be a fish of some sort. But whatever this water is, it is dirty. It is nasty. I would not want to swim in that. It looks awesome. I love the fact that you've got, it's this nice perfect circle in the display. It looks awesome. And then just look at all the cool little details, all the little bits and bobs that have been glued together onto this to give it that look. And there's not a lot of color contrast, and I really like that. It looks so cool. The fact that we've got this nice red kind of orangish piece that's really popping amongst the rest of it, which is almost a monochromatic color scheme. I'm digging on it. I would love to know a little more of the story behind it, because this is just so cool that I got to know what is this all about? Maybe they're not fishing. This maybe is just the way that they get from the boat up onto the platform. I don't know. We need more story. I got to have more cowbell. So let us know in the comments, if you wind up watching this, what this is all about. It kind of gives me a Waterworld feel. Here's an unpopular opinion. Waterworld, awesome movie. I love that movie, the Kevin Costner movie. I mean, people hated that movie for some reason. I loved it. Man, I used to watch that all the time. Anyway, let me know your opinions on Waterworld in the comments. I like this piece. It looks really cool. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be, but I don't care because it's really cool. Next, coming from Captain Bravo, Avatar, The Last Airbender diorama for sale, so hit him up if you are interested. This is the biggest, heaviest, and most complicated diorama I've made so far. Hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think of it in the comments. So here's what I think. It looks awesome. So I asked in the comments, I asked if this orb thing was handmade or if it was purchased, and he bought this, but the rest of it he made. And the fact that I couldn't tell if this was purchased and the rest of it was made means that you did a great job melding them together into a cohesive piece. At first, I thought this was the Fortress of Solitude from Superman, because these ice kind of like columns or whatever look absolutely amazing. I really want to know what you made these out of. It just looks so incredible. And then we've got the little characters here. They're sitting on little icebergs. It almost looks as though the water is flowing over this edge, which is an awesome effect. Whether you were going for that or not, it looks so incredible. I love the way that turned out. And then when you throw in this piece, which I'm guessing maybe you threw the little snow on the top to kind of bring it together, this just looks so freaking awesome with the piece that you did. It just looks so incredible. I love the creativity. I love the light, the bluish tinge that kind of goes away as it gets towards the outer edges. Just looks so incredible. So great job on this piece. Thank you very much for sharing it. Next, coming from AW Designs. Well, I guess I can call this project done. I've been wanting to make some sort of 1/12 scale castle-esque diorama as a backdrop for my photos. But the hardest part, for me anyways, is deciding on a good floor plan. I wanted something with enough openness that it could photograph, that I could photograph larger figures, but also wanted it to scream Gothic scale. I found the third pick in the slide on the web and thought it was something I could work with and then elaborate on. Go time. All right, so this piece looks really cool. I love the brickwork. That just looks awesome. And the fact that you got a couple, or, a few strewn throughout that have a little bit of color variation, that's awesome. The floor also looks absolutely amazing. I love that kind of random tile look, and the paint apps that you got on here with the edging. It just looks so good. Dude, you really did a great job. Love this little stairway up to this, I don't know, portico. That might not be even the right word. The door looks awesome. The little gallows type structure here with the chains hanging down looks awesome. I think you've got a lot of great options for the different photos that you might want to take. So here's the reference pic, and here is a work in progress. Love seeing the work in progress to see where you went. And it looks so good in a finished product. God, I love it. Great job. Next, coming from our friend Sage JDG, I had a hard time figuring out which post I wanted to showcase, but I figured let's do this one. So thanks to my art instructor job, I had the amazing opportunity to have some of my work displayed in a gallery this evening. I haven't displayed in a gallery since college, and it is such a cool feeling. Here's to hopefully more showings in the future. So that is definitely an honor I cannot say I have had, though this for sure is his work. I'm not sure if this one also is his work, but he does absolutely stunning work. I'm always very, very impressed with your paint apps, with your sculpt work. Here is the piece a little closer. This was one of the posts I was gonna post up. I think he had just this picture in one of the other posts, and it's just so stunning looking. There's so much detail in this. The paint apps, look at the detail down in here. It's so subtle. I'm just so freaking impressed. We got the water gutter here. It looks awesome. The power meter looks absolutely realistic. There's just so many details throughout this piece that is absolutely kind of a, what do we want to say? It's kind of, well, we'll just go, it's amazing to look at. I can't think of the words. And maybe you're hearing my stomach growl. I don't know what the deal is with that. So apparently my stomach wants to say hello. So if you can hear it, why don't you go ahead and say hello to my stomach so he can shut up and stop bothering us all. Anyway, I digress. Great job. Can't wait to see more work from you in the future. Next, coming from the Matt Cave, completed work on the study. This diorama has been a huge learning experience. First time I've used actual wood in a build, balsa, various dowel and popsicle sticks. Scroll to the end to see some build pics, everything built by hand, shelves, desk, and clock. Took a gamble and tried painting everything with a lighting effect with highlights and reflective surfaces after high gloss clear coat. Clothing it, I'm happy I did. Everything hand painted, various miniature props, etc., etc. This just looks absolutely amazing. You really nailed it. Obviously you did a lot of work on this. There's just tons going on here. So obviously the shelving, the built-in, all of that looks awesome. The desk here looks amazing. I love the paint color tone that you used. It really gives us that kind of old world walnut feel to an old study, and it just looks absolutely incredible. Your books, all of that look amazing. I can't say enough compliments about how well you did on this. Let's cycle through. Oh, I do want to note also the floor. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. I love that. I don't even know what that style would be called with the little tiny accent pieces, but it looks great. You just did a great job. God dang. So good. Really impressed with it. You should be very proud of the work that you did and all of those little props. Look at that. The color pencils. Dang, dude. That's awesome. Absolutely love it. Here's some work in progress. You can see a little bit of how this came together. Awesome job. Nicely done. And last but not least, coming from Oak Hill Studios. So there's a lot written here. We'll see how far in I read. Let's see. Well, here it is, folks. My finished entry into the final Encounter Terrain Design Competition. The theme was for honor and glory, and this was a perfect opportunity for me to try a military-inspired diorama. Wanted to give it a supernatural twist per my style, so this is titled Attack on Castle Wolfenstein. Or is it Wolfenstein? So I played the original Castle Wolfenstein computer game. It was basically like use your arrow keys, move forward, back, and all that. I absolutely loved it. It was on like an old Apple IIc computer. I loved that game. It was so frustrating. If you remember it, leave a comment, because it was such a rudimentary game. But back to the Dio. This thing just looks absolutely stunning. There goes my stomach again. Apparently my stomach agrees. It looks amazing. There's so much great detail going on. I love the color palette that you've got with, I don't know if this is supposed to be probably fog or it could be water. It's probably water. and it's just so cool looking. I love it. There's so many great details. This tower looks awesome. We've got a little like demon guy coming up here. There's so many amazing details. I love it. I love this nice infinite black background with this picture. It just really makes this thing pop. God dang, it looks awesome. Look at that. You can see the little bit of the tile floor. This is stunning. And then we see the inside. And this is absolutely, again, an awesome looking piece. We can see a little breakaway of this column here, the tower. We've got the dungeon, and then we've got another room and another room. This is just so freaking amazing. God dang, dude, you really created a masterpiece. There's fun little hidden gems throughout this that are just so cool. Look at that. We got he's about to shoot the Wolfman guy. God, this is absolutely a stunning looking piece. Great job. There's nothing more I can say. Awesome job. Thank you for sharing. Thank you to everybody who used the hashtag this week in Dioramas. Gives me a great chance to be able to find your work and possibly showcase it. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification, all that stuff. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on. Maybe you're starting a new project. Maybe you're finishing an old epic project that you've been working on for ages. And when you get that done, you want to make sure that you post it up to Instagram, tag it with the hashtag thisweekindioramas. Gives me the best chance to be able to find your work, and it gives the community a great way to be able to find your work, even if I don't showcase it. And that is what we're all about, is the community. I keep bringing that up every single week because it's so important that we build this community and we support each other in the community. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced, professional, putting out commissions week on and week out. Maybe you don't know how to speak like me. You are invited to join the community. We've got the Diorama HQ Facebook page also. You can join that. You can share your work. You can share your finished pieces. You can ask questions, answer questions. I just want this community to be as active and supportive as possible. Positive thoughts. It makes it so much more fun when there's more people that are involved and taking an interest in each of us. So leave comments on people's posts. Leaving a like is great, but leave a comment, even if it's just using the fire emoji. Something to show that people are seeing it and enjoying it and supporting each other. These different social media apps, we're not on their radar. So we need to create the traffic so that this community can keep growing. I try to make sure that I showcase new creators each week to start building up that community even more. But I need your help to do that. So go like people's work, subscribe, or follow them on their social media. If you see people are putting out YouTube videos, by all means, leave them a like, subscribe to their channels. I know Vasco Toys has a great channel, Oilers Workshop, El Chambo. I'm gonna miss 1,000 different great creators, so I apologize for not bringing up names, but by all means, share and support each other. And I think that's all I've got. So make sure that you have a great weekend. Stay safe. Use a new and a sharp blade every time you work. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next episode.
You won't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble, okay?